Good morning, everyone. Um, so, so the first of the few things that we decided while when we started designing this stretch is that we'll keep certain things as a standard. One is that we will maintain 1.8 meters width of pedestrian walkway, and in tight places where it's not possible, we thought we'll get it minimum to 1.2 and not less than that. And the idea was to let the two-wheelers and cars and cycles have a shared carriageway. At the same time, we had a bus stop which is not being used, so we thought we could use that space to create a public toilet. And the whole idea, another thing what we thought was for pedestrians that we will keep the pedestrian level constant throughout. It's the cars that will keep going up and down through tabletop crossings. So essentially, it becomes like a universally accessible pedestrian walkway. And all the roads widths, lane widths, all was designed according to the speed of 30 kilometers per hour. So the road widths, the lane widths, we kept it to 3.1 meters in two ways, and in some places we have reduced it to even less, which we have reduced it to 2.75 in case the roads have had become tight, which is still the recommended width. And the other thing what we decided to do was we thought we'll give 30 3.3 meter saucer drain on either side of the roads to channel the water, rainwater, and things, etc. So we also relocated the auto stand, and we'll come to why we did that. So this is the site plan that we have right now, and I think like Mama already explained, we kind of have the understanding what is what. So we divided our site into three different places, segments. Zone one that you see here, zone two to the left in the center, and zone three towards the lake. And so now starting with zone one, this is the existing part. The north, the plan is slightly tilted, and north is to the right now. This is the square that we see here. And so what we did was our whole idea was to create a sort of congregational space here so that that can be used for people during the day, evening, chai, everything. And also, there was a lot of parking happening on this corner here. We There's already a mechanical shop here, so we thought we should still provide parking there. Hence, we provided that, and we kind of give bollards to kind of restrict four-wheeler entry, or like to restrict unregulated parking. And on the opposite side as well, we have given two spots for parking, which at night can be used for more cars. And again, we have kind of we have given bollards to kind of restrict uh, places where cars shouldn't be parked. And in front of the Ganesha Temple here, we have given like a tabletop crossing because the pedestrian walkway width was getting too tight. So we decided to kind of give this crossing so that the cars coming in kind of slow down, and also the pedestrian can walk freely in this particular stretch here. And towards the junction, towards near the PHC entry that is here, we thought we'll give a cycle stand. And also we have moved the auto stand to this place here. And the bus stop that was existing here, we have created that into a public toilet. So this is one of the sketches we did. This is the Ganesha Temple. We kind of thought we'll give the tabletop, and we just wanted to show the visually how it would look to kind of slow down cars and have them cross. Coming to section, if we as you can see, the section marker is here. It's parallel to the road right now. So what we did was, as you can see, the existing condition is being used as parking, informal parking here on either side, which the actual carriageway is quite large, but the effective carriageway remains which we get is quite less. Instead, we try to give like a public space here, give a small pathway for the bike to take, which is currently existing as well. We created a small a circle and landscaped it, and we also kind of gave some two-wheeler parking on the other side as well, like we saw in the plan here and here. This is the existing photo. This is how it looks like right now. And after the intervention, we thought we will do it look something like this. That we have the square on one side, and we have parking on some sides here. The other thing what we decided was to get something from the local culture. So we thought of Katte, which is like a place where people in the rural parts kind of come and sit and enjoy their day or evening with a cup of coffee and things like that. We kind of translated that into this portion here in the congregational space with it. It becomes an informal space, and during certain meetings and everything, it still can be used in a formal setting as well. Now, moving to zone two, we thought we will. It's a currently a two-way street. We thought we'll make it into a one-way road, and we looked at the alternate routes. And as we can see, it's the time difference or the alternate routes really don't take a lot of time, and it's still possible, and it's a minor detour. So this is the existing plan of the survey plan of zone two, and we our interventions. So we did a lot of things here. So initially we gave parking, designated parking spots. There were existing trees, and this place here had the auto stand. We moved the auto stand to zone one, just because since this was now one way, if usually autos tend to take U-turn and probably break the rules because the distance is quite close to the main road here. Hence, to just avoid that, we just moved the auto stand outside so that there's no issue with that. And it's still very much accessible to the locals here. Now, the existing trees, we thought we can use that space underneath for public seating. And the PHC has a small garden in front of the um, boundary wall. So we thought we could also kind of make the boundary wall a little more porous so that people sitting in this area can still visually get access to the garden on the other side of the wall. Now, coming to the temple side, we thought we saw a lot of hawkers, and also when we made the road into one way, we dramatically reduced the width of the road, which in turn gave us a lot of space on either side. So,
We have 3 minutes.
yeah, okay.
Please.
3 minutes left.
Yes, 3 minutes left.
Okay. So what we did was we went ahead by giving hawkers spaces, designated spaces, and some green areas like in front of the inscription stone, and parking spots as well. These are the current sections. So this is the auto stand that was here, and now we've changed it into public space here, and also the same with informal parking. We've changed it into a hawker designated hawker space. This is what it looks right now, and we after the interventions, this is the uh, porous perforated wall redesigned of the PHC. Look into the greenery here, some seating, and these are some of the sketches. And these are some of the hawker spaces and the cycle stand at the junction of zone 1 and zone 2. The seating, we thought we'll take some ideas from the temple itself, the Ram temple, and we kind of worked on some ideas here, and we kind of came up with a form here. For the hawker space, we went to the village areas and we looked at how the porch system works in front of these rural houses, and we kind of developed that into this hawker space right in front of the temple, and for flowers and all this, and even the seating. We also thought we'll give some street lamps to kind of give a sense of identity to this particular stretch of the road. This is coming back to the section, and this is the inscription stone right now. We kind of extended the space because of the vendors and everything and gave some public spaces here. So you can see that the inscription stone is here, and the seating around it and some green areas. Now moving to zone 3, we did not touch or reduce or increase the road widths of the existing roads. We left it. Only thing we did was we added some bollards and some slopes. We kind of added this to the levels to the pedestrian at entry gates and this one at entry gates. And to avoid parking on the footpath, we gave bollards. Like you can see in the section here that there are bikes being parked here. We kind of added these bollards, and we kind of tried to push the parking towards the lake edge. And with some green, we thought we would give some parking along that. There's currently an empty plot here, but temporarily it can be used as a parking spot. But we thought it's not ideal, so now why not give it along the edge? And with the lake, we thought we'll give some seating around it and parking. This is a sketch.